From Neural Newscast, this is Prime Cyber Insights, intelligence for defenders, leaders, and decision makers.
I'm Aaron Cole. This is Prime Cyber Insights, professional analysis for the security practitioner. We're starting today with CISA's blunt postmortem on its own internal security failure. Yesterday, the agency detailed how a contractor published 844 megabytes of sensitive data to a public GitHub repository titled Private CISA. The leak included administrative keys for 3 AWS GovCloud servers and a CSV file containing plain text passwords for dozens of internal systems. Lauren, the timeline on this is what really bothers me.
It should, Aaron. That repository was public for nearly 6 months before Krebs on Security flagged it. Even after the alert on May 15th, CISA admitted it took more than 48 hours to invalidate the AWS keys. Their explanation cites complexities and interconnections with federal partners that slowed the rotation. For a practitioner, the takeaway is clear. If your key rotation playbook isn't well tested for cloud services, the rotation will fail under the pressure of a live incident.
And it wasn't just a technical lag. CISA ignored 9 automated alerts from GitGuardian prior to the manual notification. Acting CIO Preston Wernz and Acting CISO Brad Libby noted that reporting channels were poorly defined, causing the researcher to cycle through multiple avenues before involving the media. They're now advocating for better use of the security.txt standard, but the internal friction suggests CISA's vulnerability disclosure platform wasn't ready to handle its own infrastructure leaks.
Exactly. Moving from internal leaks to external state-sponsored threats, the United States government, alongside international allies, issued a massive advisory this week regarding Russia's FSB Center 16. Groups like Berserk Bear and Ghost Blizzard are aggressively targeting home and small office routers. They aren't looking for data on those devices. They're turning them into an exit node botnet to hit critical infrastructure.
Ars Technica notes they're specifically scanning for SNMP agents that accept default authentication. Once in, they use the SNMP agent to copy the device configuration to an attacker-controlled server. The goal is to use residential IPs as proxies, lowering the chance that defense or energy sector firewalls will block their traffic. The fix is technically simple but hard to enforce at scale. Disable SNMP versions 1 and 2 entirely. Which brings us to a more modern infrastructure risk. Varonis researchers recently disclosed a critical vulnerability in Google Cloud's Dialogflow CX, as reported by TechRadar. By exploiting code blocks in conversation playbooks, researchers created rogue agents that could exfiltrate chat history and credentials. Because these agents share a cloud-run environment within a project, one compromised agent could take over every other agent in that same project. The detection gap there is significant, Lauren. Standard cloud logging doesn't capture the file overwrites or the injected logic used in these AI agents, making the attack virtually undetectable. Google patched the issue between April and June, but researchers are still advising practitioners to manually inspect code blocks for unauthorized Python snippets and review audit logs for anomalous session errors.
It's a reminder that as we rush to adopt AI agents, we're creating shared execution environments that often lack the granular visibility we've spent years building for traditional web apps. Whether it's router hygiene, GitHub secret management, or AI platform configurations, the fundamental issue remains credential and identity governance.
Agreed. I'm Aaron Cole. Stay sharp and stay direct.
And I'm Lauren Mitchell. Prime Cyber Insights is a production of the Neural Newscast Network. For technical deep dives into these stories, visit pci.neuralnewscast.com. This briefing is provided for informational purposes only and does not constitute legal or technical advice. Neural Newscast is AI-assisted, human-reviewed. View our AI transparency policy at neuralnewscast.com. We'll see you in the briefing room tomorrow.
This has been Prime Cyber Insights on Neural Newscast. Intelligence for defenders, leaders, and decision makers.